Hey, what is up, folks? It is I, once again, Will, with Exposing the IWC. And tonight, we're talking about the PLE that's coming this weekend. The one that you are hyped for. The one that you want to see. Clash in Paris. Or at least that's what I hope, because according to the internet, this show is lacking. I guess we'll break it down here in a second to see if that's true. Is the show lacking? Is it kind of straightforward and boring? Is it just a 5-man or 5-match card that's kind of typical of WWE? I guess we'll see. We'll break that down in a second. I'll also answer your question about whatever you want to talk about. The Joshi World, TNA, NXT, AW, whatever you want. So look forward to that. Do me a favor. Hit like. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. And let's talk about Clash in Paris. Now, before we dive into this show too quickly, I like to embarrass Dave Meltzer. So Dave Meltzer, sometime last week or whatever, I don't know, in his dopey podcast, whatever way he puts out this bullshit, he decided to tell the entire wrestling universe online that the WWE was struggling to sell tickets for Clash in Paris. That's what he said, okay? Well, Dave Meltzer and the folks that give him money, and honestly, if you're giving this man money, there's probably something wrong with you as well. But WrestleTix decided to come out and let people know about how many tickets are being sold right now, or has been sold for the show. And the number is pretty interesting. According to WrestleTix, Clash in Paris for Sunday, August 31st, has sold a whopping 29,763 tickets. This is more than All In Texas, okay? And All In, I believe, went on sale 6 to 8 months before the show. Yeah. Not sure what Dave Meltzer was talking about. See, this is why I always say Old Man Dave is either senile or just actively giving out bullshit. Like, I don't know what his sources are or who's feeding him this information. But the people who are giving him this information, either one, let's say for a second that this is actual, like, honest reporting, not being malicious, he doesn't have a agenda. Let's say that's the case for a second. The person who is feeding him bullshit does not like the WWE, clearly, and he is inviting this misinformation constantly. More likely, he just doesn't care and knows that his audience likes to shit on WWE and likes to poke holes at things. So he decided, you know what, I'm gonna put out this bullshit. But as you can clearly see, this is a hell of a number. I didn't realize this was a stadium show. That's a big ass venue. I did not know. Had no clue. But yeah, 29,000 and change ain't too shabby. So this show is gonna be rocking. It's gonna be loud. It's gonna be quite a scene to behold. Folks that are there, take your pictures, take some video. I want to see how crazy it is in there. It's gonna be crazy. Yeah, but Dave Meltzer, if this is struggling to sell tickets, then by God, I mean, what would it be if they weren't struggling? So just keep in mind that Dave Meltzer is a hack. You can't trust a thing the man says. Just can't. I wonder what his spin will be. What will his spin be? Oh, well, actually, this stadium can hold 40,000, so I wasn't wrong. It didn't sell out. Let's see. Oh, here it is right here. By the way, total number of seats on the map is 39,000 and change. So yeah, I guess it's not a sold out, but this is a great number for a PLE, folks, in Europe. That's a pretty big number. And by the way, there's no time. I would guess this number will cap out around 33,000, 34,000 maybe, which is a hell of a number for a PLE in Paris. Dave Meltzer, a WWE hater? No. The man has no shame. Thank you, Pedro. Hit like. Hit like if you haven't. Okay, so enough about the old man. Let's talk about some other old men that are on this card. Oh boy. All right, let's start with this match, okay? Starting with the Paris card, of course. That's what we're here to talk about. Let's start with this one. You got Roman Reigns taking on the other Samoan, Bronson Reed, fighting over the shoes. Right here, folks. I'm mostly kidding. I'm only mostly kidding about that. But Bronson Reed had the Shulafala, and Roman took exception to him taking his shoes time and time again. This will probably open the show, assuming they want John Cena to close the show. I can see this opening the show. Roman's going to win, right? He's going to win. I'd be shocked if anything else happened here. You can't have a man take your shoes twice and then you still lose. Some would argue this would be a bigger moment for Bronson Reed. Maybe Bronson Reed should get this moment. The problem is you can't have Roman Reigns looking that bad. If he's going to be a badass babyface, and that's what he's doing, how far can you go before you completely make Roman Reigns look like a chump? He took his shoes twice. He has to win this match. At the end of the match, they can beat him up, whatever, but ultimately, he must pin Bronson Reed. Unfortunately for Bronson Reed, he won't go over here. He'll be fine though, I'm sure. I mean, let's be honest. Braun Breaker is the man they're pushing. They're not really pushing Bronson Reed that way. If this was Braun Breaker, I might argue Braun should win. But Bronson Reed, Roman Reigns, took his shoes. Gotta kind of have to win. Kind of have to save face here. So I'm going with Roman Reigns to win this match. I'll give him my star here. Anything else would be kind of weird. Am I wrong? Should Reed beat Roman Reigns to give the faction more legitimacy? The problem is the end game is Seth Roman. So if the underlings are beating Roman Reigns, why would I want to see Seth Roman? You know, if Bronson Reed is giving him all he can handle, why would I want to see him face Seth? So Roman Reigns has to win. The man stole his shoes, all right? He stole his shoes. Next match on the card. Let me take the star for face. It is Becky Lynch taking on Nikki Bella. Now, this match is replacing Naomi versus Stephanie. I know a lot of folks were disappointed. That match would have been a banger, but Jimmy went and did the deed. Now Naomi is preg, okay? And since Naomi is preg, the match is off. So we're getting this one. Now, is this going to be a 5-star banger? Probably not. I will say Becky Lynch and Nikki Bella did a good job hyping up this match. The build has been fun. The back and forth dialogue, the interchange of that has been cool to see. Becky Lynch always puts her best foot forward with the storytelling. Why I love her. She's on record as saying that, hey, I know what I'm good at. I don't do cool moves, but I can make other people look good in the ring. I can make other people look cool. Now that's easy to do with a Bianca Belair. It's easy to do with the Lara, but can she do that with Nikki Bella, whose offense is kind of limited? She won't be in the ring back flipping and doing all the crazy spots, you know? Lucky for them, this is in Paris, and that Paris crowd will pop for anything, I'm sure. So they'll have the crowd in the palm of their hand. They'll do some good storytelling in the ring. Ultimately, this is for the IC title. And ultimately, Nikki Bella will lose this match because I don't see them putting the belt on Nikki Bella. So, Becky Lynch retains. It'll be solid enough. Becky Lynch will cheat, 'cause that's what she does. She'll cheat, and that'll be that. Again, this won't be a 5-star banger, but it doesn't need to be. It'll be fine, okay? After this, what's in the future of Becky Lynch? I would have her face Stephanie, but then again, who knows what the plan is there? They might put the belt on Stephanie. By the belt, I mean the world title. So who knows? Maybe the story continues. If Becky cheats, maybe the storyline, the feud will go on. Who's to say? But I have Becky Lynch retaining her belt in Paris by cheating. What's up, Brianna? Green, you're asking about Stephanie? Stephanie is waiting for her title shot, which will probably go down at WrestlePalooza. Adam Pearce has said that he has an opponent in mind. So her opponent will be picked probably next Raw. It'll probably be Io, and we'll see what happens after that. But Stephanie's fine. She'll get her title shot, and we move from there. Paris is a very passionate place. It is. Hey, Will, I agree. Bronson and Roman will open the show. Yep. Logan Paul, John close the show. We'll talk about Brock Lesnar in a second. We'll bring up Brock Lesnar here in a second. All right, let's talk about the next card. Well, not the next card. The next match on the card. Sheamus, Rusev. Boy, howdy. They did it. They made it on the card. Gotta be honest, folks. Gotta be honest. This is a Raw match, okay? Not even a Raw main event. Be honest with you. Good old Donnybrook match, which means it is a anything goes match. Why don't they just say that? I don't know. Because it's 2 Europeans, apparently. God bless them. Good for them. They're on the PLE. It'll be a good match for sure. Is there any stakes here? Is there any real intriguing storyline? Do you care about the winner? Are you invested in the outcome? I don't know. Maybe I should be, but I'm not. Who should win? Who's gonna win? Rusev just showed up recently. Just came back not too long ago. Sheamus is bulletproof. The man can lose. It's not going to be a problem for him. Crowd loves him. He's established. He'll be fine. I say Rusev should get the win here. Give the win to Rusev. Why not? He needs it more than Sheamus. Am I wrong? Never wrong. Kidding. But I think he needs it. Sheamus will be fine. Now, what happens after the match? Do they come together? Is there respect given? Do they, become a tag team? I don't know. There's no stakes here. It's a fun match for the crowd. They're gonna get the best out of them. They're gonna put all their heart into it. I'm sure it'll be good. Okay, but it's a Raw match. It's a Raw match. Let's be honest. Guarantee Sheamus wins. Yeah, the Paris crowd will really liven things up. They'll be hyped. They'll be excited. And it'll make all the difference, especially for this type of match. Yeah, Sheamus will put him over, for sure. No doubt in my mind. So yeah, that's a match. It'll be fun. Next match on the card is what? Yes, there's only 4 matches. So we're getting the world title match here between Seth Rollins, the champ, Jey Uso, the Heat Man himself, LA Knight, yeah, and CM Punk, the best in the world, all fighting for the strap. This is where you're going to get a Braun Breaker appearance because, of course, Fatal 4-Way, no disqualifications. So Braun Breaker is the only member of the Vision not accounted for. He'll show up here. There is no suspense here. There's no mystery going on here. Seth will retain. The question is, will we get any story beats or any intrigue here, any character development, anything like that? Probably you'll get some type of moment between LA Knight and CM Punk because they've been beefing for the last couple weeks. Maybe a story beat for Jey Uso, maybe. Who knows? But ultimately, Braun Breaker, spear, stomp by Seth, pedigree by Seth. Seth retains. Question is how? With matches like this, where the outcome is not in question, just hope you're getting some story beats, some intrigue that will carry over to Raw. We will see. But Seth will win. If you think otherwise, God help you. God help you. Predictable? Kind of is. Punk or Knight getting pinned. Who takes the pin? Probably Knight. Yeah. And it'll be CM Punk's fault, or at least he'll blame CM Punk, leading to a CM Punk LA Knight feud going forward. What will happen with Jey? I don't know. Who cares? I'm just kidding. Not really, but yeah, who cares? Who cares? Kind of predictable. And the final match will be John Cena taking on Logan Paul. Now, there is one fan in Europe hoping for a Logan Paul win. That was that very cute girl that the WWE recorded saying that she hopes Logan Paul wins. So there's at least one fan rooting for Logan Paul. Just one fan at least. Got one supporter. I think, now there's some debate about this. Some legitimate debate. Some people actually believe Logan Paul is winning this. I beg to differ. I don't agree. I think Logan Paul will lose this match simply because the overarching feud is John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. How can you build toward that match? How can you tell that storyline leading towards the main event of WrestlePalooza with John Cena being a big fat loser? It doesn't make sense. Why would I be interested in John Cena, Brock Lesnar, if the man can't beat Logan Paul? That's not how storytelling works. John Cena must win this match so he is elevated, he looks stronger heading into Brock Lesnar. And have him lose to Logan Paul and then have me believe, oh, Cena versus Brock Lesnar was going to happen. Unless Brock Lesnar come down there and screws him, right? Let's say Brock Lesnar shows up and delivers a F5 and then Logan Paul pins him. That'd be one thing because the man who is the end game caused him to lose. Let's say he's going to win, had the match won, then Brock Lesnar came down there and screwed him out of the win. That makes more sense. But you can't have Logan Paul beat John Cena and then build towards, hey guys, epic match, Cena, Brock Lesnar. It doesn't make sense. So John Cena must win this match. And I think he will. Logan Paul is a good entertainer. Logan Paul is good in the ring. I will give him the benefit of the doubt. He can help this match be interesting and compelling, I would hope. So I think we're going to get a decent match here. A decent match. Not an amazing match, but a decent one. John Cena and Cody Rhodes had a good match. Babyface John Cena, heel Logan Paul can have a banger. Okay, it may not be amazing, but they can have a banger, and I think we're gonna get one. But John Cena wins. So, in conclusion, to wrap this up, this 5-match card with no pre-show. Roman Reigns pins Bronson Reed. Becky Lynch beats Nikki Bella. Rusev outlasts Sheamus. Seth will plot, scheme, and with interference, prevail. And John Cena, greatest of all time, they say, unless you ask Becky Lynch, John Cena will prevail, get the win, and maybe we'll hear the damn, I don't know what that sound is, when Brock Lesnar's music plays. Maybe we'll hear that, and Brock Lesnar will come down and beat up John Cena. Put him through a table, do something. It can't just be an F5, right? We've seen that. So if he shows up, gotta do something else. Gotta do something else beyond a simple F5. Put him through a table, put him through a ladder, beat him with a chair. Just do something beyond a simple F5. Brock Lesnar, pretty pleased with sugar on top. And that is your breakdown of Clash in Paris. Did I forget something? Am I wrong? Are you wrong? Let me know. Are you excited? Are you bored? Are you hyped? Are you... What other word? Are you disappointed with the card? Are you... What are you? Let me know. Now, looking at the chat, did I forget something? Am I off? They settle for less? They settle for less, huh, Pedro? Brock shows up after the match. I agree. 0 chance of winning. You'd be surprised. A lot of people think Logan Paul will win. A lot. Like a lot. Kind of crazy. Just doesn't make any sense. Just doesn't make any sense in my opinion, but that's just me. That is just me. But yeah, that attendance is pretty crazy. Once again, my man Dave Meltzer is a buffoon. Like a clear buffoon, right? That's what he is. No doubt in my mind, the man is a buffoon. He's talking about Utami versus Mayu this Saturday. That is true. For all my Josie fans, this weekend we're getting Utami versus Mayu in the Dream Star. That'll be fun. Who's gonna win? No clue. Rossi can be kind of weird. Rossi can be kind of unpredictable sometimes. I'd probably guess. Well, remember, you can have a draw. That screams Rossi draw. So I'm gonna predict we're gonna get a draw between Utami and Mayu this weekend. That's kind of how he rolls. Kind of how Rossi rolls. Oh, yeah, here's that tweet. Here it is, by the way, from the old man. Well, here's somebody's quoting him from Cultaholic. What a buffoon. Far from sold out. Super far. Almost 30,000 tickets right now. Dave Meltzer, he's a jackass. As always, as always. Not surprised one bit by that man. And he has no shame. He has no shame whatsoever. This is why he charges $15 a month for his bullshit subscription. No shame whatsoever. But here it is. Here's that match my guy was referring to. Uzami versus Mayu this weekend. What day is it actually? Is it actually Saturday? So before Clash in Paris. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. Again, I'm assuming a draw. I'm gonna guess a draw. 7 stars if it was in the Tokyo Dome. You know it, Green. You know how he works. Honestly, I'm not that excited for the card. If I'm being honest, I'm not that excited. I'm sure once I hear that Paris crowd and the show starts, I'll get more hyped. But there's no. You know what's funny? The match happening around this time that I'm actually looking forward to is Dom versus AJ Styles. That seems fun. That seems interesting because they might pull the trigger. We might have AJ Styles beat Dom. So that match is actually more exciting to me than all of this, if I'm being honest. Like, if I'm being truthful, Dom AJ is where my head's at. Like, all this will be fine. It's all fine here. But it's missing some pizzazz. Missing some spice, But maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm off with that. Geez, Dynamite ratings just dropped. What is it? How's the con man making off here? Let's see. What the heck is going on here? Where is my screen? Let me just lose this, I guess. It's not showing up. Where is it? Nope, that didn't work either. Let's maximize it. There it is. It disappeared off the screen for some reason. Let's look at Dynamite's ratings while we're at it. And by the way, if you have any questions about anything, let me know. I don't see AW Dynamite's ratings. Let's see what it is. Let's take a gander. You know what? Somebody send it to me on Twitter. Because it's not popping up anywhere and I can't find it. Oh, it's on Dave Meltzer account. Didn't I block him? Oh, man. Clash in Paris. That's not the name of the PLE. That's not it. It's Clash in Paris. Get it right, my friend. Get it right. Let's not crap on the show yet. Let's see what happens first. But yeah, I don't watch Dave's bullshit, so I don't know. Fine, I'll go see what it is. Dave Meltzer. I'll search it. I'll give my laptop cancer. That's funny. I didn't realize this. Check this out. It's gonna show up. Let's see. I've been blocked by old man Dave. Serves me right. That's hilarious. Oh, here it is. First hour behind US Open, Fox News. Yeah. Who cares? Great numbers? Yeah, whatever you tell yourself. You know what's funny? He blocked me, but I don't really at him. Like, I never at him. So I guess he searches himself. Probably searched his own name. Let's see what the folks are saying about me. Oh, this guy doesn't like me. Blocked. Old bastard. As you see, I had him muted anyway. Muted. So Dave Meltzer blocked you. Good. That means he knows. He knows that I think he's an old clown. Clown show, if you ask me. Complete clown show, Dave is. I'm toxic to that old man. I don't add him. I have him muted. I have him muted. I don't see his tweets. So how could I even add him? The reason why people care about ratings, dog, is because of tribalism. That's an honest truth. That's part of it. But some people will claim that they want the best for their favorite promotion. So when they see their favorite promotion has good ratings, they're happy. Oh yes, my favorite promotion is being successful, is getting more views. Great, right? It's like it's your team. It's like a political party. AW is their team, or the WWE is your political party. You want the best for your promotion, your political party. You're saying, please, team, get good ratings. You know, that's how it works. And it's become very tribal. And unfortunately, that ain't changing anytime soon. Not. Is Raw at the same place at Clash? I think it's in France. I think it's in Paris. I think so. Because I believe, yeah, it's in Paris. Is it in the same arena or the same venue? I don't know. But I do know AJ against Dom is in Paris. I'm pretty sure. Let me confirm. That way I'm not lying to you like Dave Meltzer. Let's see. I don't know why this thing doesn't show the dates. Raw's in the same venue. Okay. I wonder how many seats they'll sell. Probably not as much as Clash in Paris, but it'd be interesting to see what it is. Yeah, hot crowd. Definitely be a hot crowd for that show. So that's what you can look forward to. Even if the crowd is like a fraction of how hyped they are usually, it'll be a good look for WWE. I'm assuming the show will be good enough that the crowd will be happy and you're gonna get a good experience for sure. I'm not worried. The matches in the show will ultimately be fine, right? Ultimately, it'll be fine. I'm just hoping for a little bit more intrigue, a little bit more storytelling, but we'll see. I mean, we'll see. I'm pessimistic about it, but we'll see. We'll see. Probably like 20 to 25K. That makes more sense. That makes sense. I hope EO wrestles on that show. I think she probably will. Why not let the talent that can actually go in the ring have a good experience? I'm wondering what they're going to do for tomorrow. Tomorrow is in London. Not London, I'm sorry. Tomorrow is in Lyon. I thought we were going to get a Tiffany title defense on SmackDown for the France crowd, but I've heard no announcements, no nothing. So I guess they can announce it tomorrow. Tiffany will defend against Jade and Nia Jax in a triple threat match. But we've got nothing in that respect. So your guess is as good as mine when it comes to that card, the SmackDown card. They still have Naomi advertised. Why am I not surprised? Raw in France. CM Punk, Becky, Jay. Like, this stuff doesn't matter. By the way, I learned that a long time ago. I learned a long time ago that the featured superstars does not matter. The SmackDown in France, Lyon. Yeah, I thought we'd get a Tiffany title defense here. We'll see. We'll see. Not Nia Jax again. Ha 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 ha. Got some bad news for you, my friend. We're going to get something with Nia Jax and Tiffany in some respect. Richard is surprised they're not doing Jade versus Tiffany 2. Yikes. Well, the first one lasted 7 minutes. And Tiffany won clean. What a terrible decision. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like at this point, I do believe they're just waiting for Bianca Belair at this point. Could be wrong. I could be naive about that. I can totally be naive about that. But I think they are waiting for Bianca Belair because nothing else makes sense. Literally, nothing else makes sense about what they're doing with the booking here. For what it's worth, Nia Jax, Jade Cargill, and Tiffany have been doing triple threat matches on the European tour. That we're getting? Is that what we're getting? If I had to guess when Bianca Belair will return, it would be the SmackDown after Paris. So that Chicago show. Chicago, December 5th, after Paris. I feel like Bianca Belair, now or never, Bianca, is now or never in the Allstate Arena. If Bianca Belair, again, ignore this, ignore it, doesn't mean anything. If Bianca Belair does not show up at this show, I'm going to cry and scream and cry and scream. Honestly, I don't know what's coming for her at that point. If she misses this show, then your guess is as good as mine. No clue. But I feel like after the PLE in Chicago, Allstate Arena, it makes all the sense in the world to bring her back here. Am I wrong? It feels like the right moment. But again, ignore this. Means nothing. Means nothing, folks. Nothing. Okay. Enough talking from me. Any questions in the chat? What if Bianca Belair is Stephanie's mystery opponent, you ask, Richard? That'd be funny. So let's talk about that for a second. What if it was? Would that be a problem? Would you be mad? Question for the chat. Would you be mad if Bianca Belair was Stephanie's opponent? Would you be upset? Would that bother you? Would that bump you? Would you be concerned with the creative team if next week you hear I'm on my own against the wall, come down there and they say, here is Stephanie's opponent? Would you be mad? I would say, no, I would not be mad for a couple of reasons. One, I want Bianca Belair on Raw because SmackDown is a shit show. That's number one. And that's it. That's the reason. I want Bianca Belair on Raw because SmackDown is shite. This is fiction. You can make anything work. You can make anything work with fiction, okay? So just because it seems off, because she'd be bypassing EO, you can make it work because we're making it up. So as long as the execution makes sense or it's okay or decent, It'll be fine. Yeah, but that'd be a curveball. I would not be mad about it. I would not be mad about it one bit. Greetings. What's up, Universal? Raw doesn't really need Bianca Belair. SmackDown desperately needs it. Well, SmackDown needs a draft because Bianca Belair can't do it by herself. She can't save that brand by herself. SmackDown needs a draft. They need like 2 or 3 women over there. For my own personal enjoyment, I would prefer Bianca Belair be on the better booked show where there's actual creative juice, there's actual creative care on Raw. SmackDown is lacking. And I'm afraid they'll think Bianca Belair has to carry the show and save the day. I don't like that. But that's probably what we're going to get. We're probably going to get Bianca Belair on SmackDown. It is what it is. And I just hope that the writing team will give a damn once she shows up. Because there's a chance we'll get some shit from Road Dogg and whoever else is over there writing that bullshit. Yeah, we're not getting a draft. There'll be no draft. It's over. Once I saw LA Knight move to Raw, I'm like, okay, it's over. And Sami Zayn moved to SmackDown with no rhyme or reason. It's over. I've accepted it. There'll be no draft. Boo! 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 If you ask me, that's bullshit, but it is what it is. And but Jordan Grace is still on NXT. Yeah, no draft. Which means they have no choice but to put Bianca Belair on SmackDown. Honestly, once Bianca Belair got that injury, once she messed up her finger, all the plans for her and Rhea Ripley, like all that stuff with Bianca and Rhea Ripley, I believe is now on the back burner. And we may not get Bianca and Rhea Ripley at Mania 42. Unfortunately. It's a sad, sad state of affairs. Bianca versus Jordan Grace. That's a banger. Yeah, I don't think Triple H is ready for Jordan Grace right now. So he's like, you know what, Jordan Grace, you stay in NXT, take your time. We'll call you when you're ready, or when we're ready. Because she's been ready right now. She's great in the ring. So Bianca getting passed by her peers is funny. That's not what's happening right now, King. I don't think so. Remember, this woman was in a triple threat Mania match 4 months ago. The problem is she got injured. Still Bianca Belair leading Raw would be fun. I agree. Bianca Belair to Raw, she'll be a heel. Bianca Belair to SmackDown, she'll be a face. That's how it works, folks. RB, Bianca Belair has shown up since, right? She's shown up on TV since. Her pop when she returned, when she was announced by Nick Aldis to be a referee, special guest referee, was loud and very, very clear how the fans feel about her at this point. They miss her, they want her, and yeah, she'll be very much over and cheered when she returns. I can promise you that. Don't let Mania build, where she was pretty much slotted in the heel role, whether it was intentional or not. That's how it worked out. Because remember, she was the one denying the triple threat, which was the match that the fans wanted, right? So the fans wanted Rhea Ripley and Io in the triple threat. Bianca's like, no. Therefore, she's now against the crowd, right? It's clear what happened there. And she was in a feud or storyline with Naomi and Jade. She just left. And people thought that Bianca Belair was the one who attacked Jade. In fact, are they here? Are they here? There are still people who think that happened. To this day, there are people who still believe Bianca Belair attacked Jade Cargill. Can you believe it? That's the IWC for you, folks. Some people are just not that bright. Anywho, what else you got? What other questions you want answered? I take it you guys aren't too excited for this PLE. That's the sense I'm getting. The sense I'm getting is from the chat is this PLE not vibing with. Not vibing with this PLE. Am I wrong? Am I reading this incorrectly? One women's match is nuts. I don't disagree. I do not disagree with you. I would have loved to see another women's match, but it is what it is, folks. Unfortunately, yeah, I have no words. I don't know. I have no words for it. No explanation. Rhea will be Vicaris' mystery opponent. That would be weird. That would be weird. That would be strange. That's like worse than Roxanne, really. Doesn't make any sense. Because Io Sky was set to have a match with Naomi. So why would Rhea Ripley get the match? Because the whole idea was that Rhea Ripley got pinned. Rhea took the pin at SummerSlam. So why is she now bypassing Io Sky? Makes no sense. That's not happening. I'd be shocked. It'll probably be Io. Bianca Belair will be the big shocking thing, but I don't buy it. Don't buy it one bit. It'll probably be Io Sky. And then the winner will, if I'm booking it, Io wins. Because I think Stephanie chasing Becky Lynch makes more sense and is more appropriate for Stephanie. Because I think Becky Lynch would really put over Stephanie. They can tell a good storyline there. Have Stephanie run to Nikki Bella's defense, save Nikki Bella, then you run Stephanie versus Becky Lynch. Makes all the sense in the world. Straightforward, you know. And then Io can walk around with the belt. Asuka chases, Kyrie chases. Then in Perth, you do Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley. And then Rhea Ripley will win the belt in Perth on her birthday. Happy birthday, Rhea Ripley, from me to you, says Triple H. Figured it out, folks. I figured it out. So no more speculation, no more guessing. That's what's happening. That's it, folks. Liv Morgan, not a chance in hell, my guy. Liv is going to be out legitimately. That'd be cool. Xia Brookside, what about her? I can't see Xia Brookside winning the speed title. I can see Soul dropping the title. Definitely, I can see that. But I don't think Xia Brookside is going to win. It'd be cool to see her beat Candice, but I'm not even convinced of that one. If anything, I put my money on Candice, but who knows? Who knows? Nia Brookside will be returning to NXT next week. Good for her. So you're dropping it to Lainey. That'd be. Wait, isn't she in the? She in the tournament? No, Nia Brookside, Candice, Delaney, and the one AAA chick. I can see that. Lainey Reed is a demon in the ring. Very, very, very talented chick. Yeah, okay, it is Lainey. I figured. You guys saw that Julia video that the WWE put out there? Where she's screaming in the kids' faces? That was cool to see. Look at Survivor Series already. November show. 27,450 for a November show. Crazy. That's nuts. All right, let's check out WWE Twitter account so I can find that Julia video. All right, where are we at? It's Tiffy time, folks. It's Babyface Tiffany. What time is it? Let's see. Jey Uso getting all the love. Good for him. Got The Miz and Joe Hendry. Where is that? Got Chelsea Green. All right, let's keep going. This is pretty good. Sneaky Blinders. Very clever. Very funny. Where? Here's that chick standing on business with Logan Paul. Pop Rocks to CM Punk by Roxanne Perez. Oh, here it is. I like them together. I like Kiana James and Julia together for now. I like it. I think Kiana James had a lot of upside, a lot of promise, a lot of upside. So I wonder how far they take it. But I do like them together for now. You want to see her on TV more, but that was cool to see. I think we will see a segment between Zaya and Blake. We'll get a backstage segment between those two. For those who don't know, they have history from back in Stardom. It was Zaya, Mina Shirakawa, and Mariah May in Stardom in a faction. Club Venus, what it was. Zaya Brookside got a lot of shit in Stardom from fans. Some folks were not impressed with her at all. And she got a lot of crap for her in-ring, by the way, at the time. Becky was taken off the European tour. Was she? Ministry of Dark. I'm not going to let you trigger me tonight. I'm not going to let you trigger me tonight, my friend. It's finna be bad when Kiana gets the bigger push. I can see a world where Kiana James ultimately, she's athletic, she's a stronger chick. I mean, there's upside there. There's a lot of upside with Kiana James. I can see it. I can see her opposite of Tiffany. I can see her having a legitimate feud with Tiffany down the road. I like her a lot. Would I be shocked if Kiana James ultimately had a stronger push than Julia in the end of the day, like 5 years down the road? No, not really. She's a homegrown talent that is the full package, I think. Can talk, athletic as hell, looks great. Wouldn't be surprised one bit. No way. Drew versus Orton is official for Clash. Well, that's. They tell me now. Let me see. Drew versus Orton. Now they tell me. Let's see if you're truthful or if you're bullshitting me. Where do you see that announcement? Oh, announced on SmackDown tomorrow? So not official. You lie. You lie. Kiana has more upside. I agree. For what the WWE wants, I agree. I think Kiana James does have more upside. Don't don't tell the Joshi stands that though. Don't tell the Joshi stands. It might be bad for me. They might as well add Drew versus Orton. They might as well. Why not? I believe Drew versus Cody Rhodes is a plan for WrestlePalooza. That's the ultimate goal. But before that, you can have Drew versus Orton. I don't see why not. All right. Rapid question time. What do you got? Any questions about anything? King Tristan is asking who wins between Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton. Well, probably Drew. It'll be tough because you don't want Randy taking the L. So Drew would cheat. You have Drew McIntyre cheat because if the ultimate goal is to have Drew face Cody Rhodes, you can't have Drew looking bad. Got to build him up. So Drew would beat Randy Orton, you would think, and then maybe he tries to injure him, maybe take a chair to his head. Cody Rhodes makes the save. Good old Cody. Good guy Cody runs down there and saves Randy Orton. Adrenaline in muscle. What is this? Streaming now. Streaming now on the Vault. Cool. You gotta go check that out. Let me know how it is. Mandy Rose got married. That's cool. Nice for her. That's great. That's great. Drew has been a jobber since the bloodline, not the bloodline, the bad blood feud. Has he been? Has he been? What's your evidence? How big will the Brock Lesnar pot be at Paris? It'll be a 10 for sure. It'll be a 10. They'll pop loud for that man. Let's be honest. They'll pop loud. For sure. For sure. No doubt in my mind. Lost to both the Usos and Damian Priest. Let me see something real quick. Maybe I just don't remember. Sometimes I will avoid the Jimmy vortex. I might forget. Let's see. Drew McIntyre cage match. Let's take a gander and see if Drew McIntyre has been taking a bunch of L's. Matches. Lost to Cody and John by DQ. Not an actual loss. Beat Jelly Roll and Randy Orton. Lost to Randy Orton. Okay, that's the house show. Lost the U.S. title match. Defeated LA Knight. He beat Damian Priest. Oh, he took a break. I'm about to say, has there really been only that many matches since WrestleMania? Beat Randy Orton. He's not a jobber. You guys are wrong. He's not a jobber. You're wrong. You really hate Jay. Not my favorite. Not my favorite. Hate's a strong word. Hate is a strong word. Just not my favorite. He barely wrestles. That's true. Brianna, you're asking me about a rematch between Grace and Monroe at No Mercy. Very possible. Very possible. The WCW Vault is fantastic. It is. It really is. It's very good. I forgot. He lost to Jay at Netflix. He did? When was this? When was this? Is that forever ago? I'm seeing a loss here to Jay, but I'm not seeing the Netflix show. Remind me when that happened. Oh, SmackDown. Here it is. That's Jimmy. Jimmy defeats Drew McIntyre. So he lost to the Usos. Okay. Big whoop. Netflix debut show. That's forever ago. That's back in January. Who cares? That's forever ago, my guy. Okay, back then, Liv was champion, crying out loud. Liv walked into that Netflix show champ. That's how forever ago was. We had Io Sky being champion. We had Rhea Ripley being champion. Naomi, since then, it's been a minute. Okay, forget about it. Zarya needs to turn heel on Soul. I agree. Needs to happen sooner rather than later because right now, Soul and Zarya are kind of just there. No, Soul has 2 belts. She'll be defending the speed title here soon. But I think they need to pull the trigger. It's taking kind of too long for me. Okay, I get it. Slow build, long build. But right now, it's been a minute since Zarya feared Soul accidentally. It's been a minute, so maybe you should get back to that kind of stuff. But we'll see. Shawn Michaels is weird. He blocked me too, by the way, for no reason. I'm blocked by Shawn Michaels as well. Don't know why. Not know why. They finna say together longer, or stay together longer than Rhea Ripley, Io, Charlotte, and Alexa. Probably. There's no end in sight. There is no end in sight for that story or that relationship between Zarya and Soul. No end in sight. We never know. We'll never know. Yes, Brianna. I can see Soul dropping the belt to Laney Reed for sure. Candice, not sure what that would solve or what that would help. Laney Reed, I can see it. Yeah, they're all about their long builds, their long relationships. See Waller and freaking Austin Theory. That nonsense. It's unfortunate. It really is. I'm not calling it Rio. I'm not calling it Rio. Okay, so Rhea and Io. You're blocked by Tony Khan. Am I blocked by Tony Khan? Let's see. I don't know. I've never go to his Twitter account. So let's see. Tony. Am I blocked by the con man? Let's see. No. Not blocked by Tony Khan. He must not search his name. Interesting. It's official. Wait a minute. Micah Parsons got traded to the Packers? Wait, what? You're kidding. Wait, what? Have I completely missed this? Wow. Okay, so yeah, I missed it completely. 4-year deal, 188 mil. It actually happened. They actually traded for what? For what? This is not a NFL video, but let me see what's going on here. Receive a first round pick for 2026, first round pick for 2027, Pro Bowler. They make sure to add that in there so you know. A Pro Bowler, DT, and Kenny Clark. Wow. That's crazy. I won't talk about it too much. Not that type of stream, but wow. Kevin Owens said he may not be coming back. His neck is not healing well yet. That sucks. Pedro, I got blocked by so many Joshi accounts. It's crazy. It happened back when I said that, by the way, correctly predicted that Julia was going to lose to Roxanne and Cora Jade was going to interfere. I was correct, and I got blocked by the Joshi stands. All right, so I'm blocked by so many Joshi accounts. It's kind of crazy. I mean, just search. If I just search Julia, look at people, half of these accounts I'm blocked by. And of course, now that I'm searching, I can't find it. Let's see. Let's see. Who has me blocked for no reason? Let's see. Now I can't find anybody? Okay. They pop up all the time, but now no one's popping up now. So annoying. But trust me, I'm blocked by a lot of people. I assure you I am blocked by a bunch of Joshi accounts. But for some reason, I can't find any now. That's so weird. So weird. I'm scrolling. That's funny. I promise you I'm blocked by a lot of people, though. It's not popping up. No, Ministry of Dark. You sound ridiculous. A lot of Josie stands are sensitive and can't take any type of criticism or any type of discussion about their fave not winning matches. That's what happened there. I got blocked for correctly predicting that Shawn Michaels might not put the belt on Julia. That sound reasonable to you? It's a joke. It's stupid. If you co-sign that, you're stupid too. I'm kidding. I'm not that mad about it. I really don't care, but it is funny. Why can't I find anybody right now? It's so weird. Anyway. In hindsight, Julia losing to Roxanne was shit booking. In hindsight, not really. It was still fine. It gave her some adversity. It gave her something to chase, something to combat. It gave her some struggles. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Not at all. That's so crazy. It's funny. When I'm not streaming, I can find so many that pop up. Right now, I can't find a single person that has me blocked. Not one. That's crazy. Anyway. You said Rhea Ripley gets a bigger pop than Io, and that got you blocked? Not surprised. Coda's next landing spot. If she still wants to wrestle, I'd say Stardom, but who knows? Does AW want Shayna? I don't think so. It'd be a bad move. See Diana Purrazzo. You're excited to hear you're excited to hear from Ash by Elegance? I like Ash. I'm happy for Ash. She's cool. She's great. I love her work. She's funny. She's entertaining. She's a blast. She's a blast. I agree with Switchblade. You will be getting pinned left and right. Not at first. Not at first. Not at first. She'll get a decent push at first, and then the pins will come. Same thing happened to Ruby Soho. Same thing happened to Yana Purrazzo. You push strong at first, and then you get the losses coming up. So, Shayna was helping backstage at NXT not too long ago, so I don't know what the plans are, but we'll see, I guess. We'll see. If you're a woman and you sign with the AW, you'll be buried, forgotten about in 3 months. You're not wrong. Not wrong. You're not wrong. What did happen to Dakota, by the way? She got fired. She got cut. You wanted more time? You wanted more TV time? More match time? And she got cut. Crazy. I don't know why that happened, but maybe she's done wrestling. It's very possible that she does not want to wrestle anymore. And if that's the case, good on her. Good for her, you know. We don't know what she has planned or what her goals are. Maybe she wants to be a full-on Twitch streamer, play games going forward. I don't know. Has anybody asked her on her streams? She streams all the time. Did the podcast with Zelina Vega, right? Has anybody asked her? This girl right here. This girl right here. She's a star. Are her promos great? No, but I'm telling you, this woman on the main roster will be a big time babyface and will be pushed accordingly. Mark my words. Kiana James, star. For sure. Jim Ross resigns with AEW. Good for him. Good for him. Sounds about right. When will Lola win the NXT title? Maybe never. We don't know how Shawn Michaels thinks. It could happen in as early as No Mercy, but we don't know. Shawn Michaels can be kind of weird. We never know. Never know. Yeah, I agree, Moonlight Energy. Kiana James has star power. She has star power. She has aura. She is going to be a star, I think. I see her being a major player. Oh, yeah. Or did you mean Kiana James? Or did you mean Lonnie Jordan? No Mercy is like 30 minutes away from her home. Oh, yeah. Lola Vice? That'd be a good moment. Then again, Mike Santana was in New York, right, for Slammiversary. They didn't pull the trigger there. So just because you are close to home doesn't mean they will give you your shine or your moment in the sun. So we'll see. Would I be mad? Nah. I'd be happy for Lola Vice. I will say this. They are gearing up to replace Jasmine Nix with Lainey Reed. So my question is, does the title change happen before or after that? If it happens after that, well then at some point between now and No Mercy, Lainey Reed must replace Jasmine Nix. We'll see how that goes. But that's definitely where this is headed. We're going to get Jasmine Nix kicked out of Fatal Influence for the sake of Lainey Reed. What's with the Tiffany Chelsea Green makeup controversy? That was weird. Honestly, I think the original person that tweeted that out was not trying to say that Tiffany looked bad without makeup. I think he was trying to say, look, she's beautiful with or without, but it came off like clearly he didn't do a good enough job making that clear. Because Chelsea Green thought he was trying to say that, I'm assuming it's a he, I don't know. He thought he was implying that she looked bad without makeup. I don't think that was in his intention, but when you tweet stuff like that out, you're not clear. People can interpret it how they want to interpret it. They interpreted it like he was saying she looked lesser than without makeup. Weird. Yeah. So we're talking about Lash and Nia Jax. I guess it was a one-off. I thought we were going to get a proper feud between Lash and Nia Jax. Not the case. Nia beat her. That's that. So no Lash Nia feud. Nia is now on SmackDown, away from NXT, and Lash is now feuding with Jada Parker. So it was a one-off. Kind of weird. Kind of weird booking. Just a one-off, and that's that. But that appears to be the case. That appears to be the case. A one-off and no more after that. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, a few more minutes. Ethan Page moving up to SmackDown. Well, that's there's a report from WrestleVotes that some people on the main roster, well, behind the creative team, may want to see Ethan Page with Chelsea Green on the main roster. Take that with a grain of salt. We don't know what's happening there. But I believe that faction would work well. Would work really well on the main roster. But I think they need another person, another dude, simply because I believe Triple H likes for those type of factions to have a tag team presence. See Judgment Day, see Bloodline, see Wyatt Six. If you're gonna have a faction like that, need at least two dudes, so Ethan Page can run in the tag division as well. So I would add another dude. Who? A non-American, someone like a Grayson Waller, or you could add Pretty Deadly. You have the Secret Herbis supporting Chelsea Green. You have Pretty Deadly supporting Ethan Page. That works well. So Pretty Deadly or Grayson Waller, add that to that faction, and I think they'd be cooking on the main roster. I think it'd be pretty good to see that. But no point of getting all excited about that now. There's been no real indicators that that's happening, so let's not even give it that much life. But yeah, add another dude, you're cooking. You know what I'm saying? Who defeats Ethan Page? Probably, what's his face? I'm blanking on his name. The man who he's feuding with. Tavion Heights. There it is. Probably Tavion Heights. Yeah, it'll be Tavion. That'll be it. That'll be it. An American will win that belt and make it a North American title again, not a Canadian title, as currently is right now. You know? Oh yeah. Let me talk about this. So Mercedes Moné showed up on AWTV with 9 belts, right? 9 belt Moné. She said that she wants more. Wants to break the record, move past 10, get 11, 12, 13. Ultimo Dragon, we hardly knew ye. And she wants to bypass all of your records, right? She wants to get, there's no cap, an infinite amount of belts. Who knows how many she wants? My thought with that is, I feel like we finally entered a proper belt collecting storyline. And that might sound ridiculous, nonsensical, considering she's been collecting belts the entire time. What I mean by that is, she's been getting belts, but it hasn't been her drive, her main focus. Her main focus has been establishing herself as the best in AW, and ultimately that chase toward the other belt, which is held by Toni Storm. She lost. She failed. And now her goal, it seems to me, is now solely collect as much belts as I can get. So now I feel like we've entered a proper belt collecting storyline. Now I hate this stuff. I don't love belt collecting storylines. I don't love it. And I think this promo announced to the world that she wants to, she's open for business. She's open for business. Hey, promoters. Hey, promotions. Want me to come and get your belt? I'll do it. Let us know. Contrary to popular belief, I don't believe she's dictating her creative. I don't think there's some type of Zoom meeting where Tony Khan and Mercedes get on the phone and say, hey, folks, turn on your mics, turn on your cameras. Let's all discuss how we're going to do this. It's not some big grand master plan. These promotions are operating independently. They're making their own decision to put the belt on Mercedes. And it makes sense as to why. He's popular. He's a star. Get some buzz, maybe. Raise the ticket prices, sell more tickets. Hey, folks, guess what? The world famous Mercedes Moné showing up to our show. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that amazing? Come on down and watch her. It's a business move, right? Now you could argue at this point, does it make much sense to do that considering there's so many belts? Like, be honest, folks. Be honest. Can you tell apart these belts? Like, can you pick apart these belts? Do you know which belt is which at this point? I just see a lot of belts. A lot of belts on the table. I'm not like recognizing what promotion has what belt. Like, I'm not making that connection. Just a bunch of belts. It's just a bunch of belts on the table. But at the end of the day, you must come to that promotion to defend it, to drop the title. That is good business and buzz for these promotions. So they're going to keep doing it. They're going to keep doing it. So this promo was a signal to the entire world. I am open for business. And I believe there'll be a lot more promotions making a call and asking her to come on down and add a belt and add their belt to her collection. Not ending anytime soon. So the question is, here's a question I have. Why hadn't she grabbed any belts locally in America? Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want to be wrong on my own show, right? Has she only gotten belts from Europe and other places in like South America, whatever? Does she have any other American belts beyond the ones that Tony Khan has created? Does she have any American belts, any American promotions to this collection? Is it in there? I don't know. I don't think so, right? It's either Europe or Mexico. Right? Am I wrong? Is there another American promotion that she's currently holding? The Own Heart, right? Yes, the Own Heart. That is a Tony Khan belt. I want to say no. I think that is deliberate. I don't know why she wouldn't just grab one of these local belts. There's a bunch of them in Texas. There's a bunch of them in other places. You just grab a local belt here in America, an indie belt here. So I would assume the purpose is for her to not have an American belt beyond AW, but go around the world and grab belts from Poland, from France, from Germany, from wherever, UK, of course, but no other American belts. I could be wrong about that. But I feel like there'd be a lot of indies here in America that would love for Mercedes to show up. We all know this, right? She's a star. She's popular. Like, they can make money. I have to imagine they've asked, hey, Mercedes, can you come down here and take one of our belts? I have to imagine that's happened. So maybe the idea is only collect belts from outside America. I don't know. Could be wrong. But The day will come where she will drop these belts, right? She'll probably drop them one by one. She'll probably drop them one by one. Can you imagine that? Loss, loss, another loss, another loss, another loss. There's back-to-back losses where she dropped the belts back to back to back. Because I believe she will do right by these promotions, okay? Mercedes Moné has no problem putting people over. She's not selfish, folks. She's not selfish. She will do right. She will do right by these promotions. She will be taking a lot of L's in order to drop these belts. I'm sure of it. The woman has shown time and time again that she's willing to put over talent. She's willing to do right by these promotions, I feel like. So I'm not worried about that. That'll be a sight. That'll be quite a journey of losses. I think it's going to happen, folks. You will drop every one of those belts, one by one. Loss, 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 loss. I think it's going to happen. I wonder how the character will be then. What will be the storyline? Or will her contract be ending and she's about to make the jump back to WWE? That's possible as well. I'm talking about what I've seen from her previously. The woman puts over talent. Did it all the time in WWE. She has no problem taking losses. No problem taking losses. From what I understand about her, she will not do these promotions wrong like that. She's not going to say, oh, I'm going to vacate the belts. I don't buy that. She will lose all of those belts. Every one of them, she'll lose it. In the ring. By getting pinned. If I'm wrong, I'll be wrong, but I don't think so. Switchblade. That is a Tony Khan decision. He lost to Tony Storm. That is a Tony Khan decision, not her call. Not her call. All right, folks. We'll see. That is it for the stream. Do me a favor. Hit like. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Could you see Masha versus Mercedes for the JC World title? No. But I don't have a good reason as to why. But I'm going to say no. No good reason, though. I don't see it. It does get me thinking, though, but no, I say no. I say no. William Meltzer? What the hell are you talking about? William Meltzer. Still take the pin. Still do it. Just take the pin. All right, folks. Hit like, subscribe if you're not subscribed. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.